You've tuned into the Love Genus Podcast with your host, Lashika Chapman, the Love Genus, home of the curatively curious. Hey, so this is my sourdough starter. Nothing but sheer will and determination is keeping me from chucking this out the window and across several county lines. It's bubbly, it's a little tangy, and it's about 2 months old, and I'm done with it. Not because I've almost used it all up, but because it doesn't work. Creating a starter really only takes 2 ingredients, but there's an art to it of gauging temperature and environment and time, and you can have all the best ingredients in the world and the starter could look like it's right, but it still not produce the type of bread that well, for me is suitable. It's edible. Suitable, not at all. The dough itself takes 12 hours. Not just mixing and measuring, but also strategically pinning and tucking and folding and maneuvering just enough, but not too much, just the right amount. And then rests in between. Kind of like us, right? I hope you enjoyed the series. Here comes the lesson. There's something meditative about bread making. Perhaps it's the motion of it all, rocking, maneuvering, pushing, waiting, calculating. Whenever someone cooks, it's an agreement of the elements, a master builder forging a relationship with something that ultimately will be consumed. It's not a decisive feat that will change the world, cure devastating disease, or incite world peace. Even if preserved food isn't lasting. Whether it's eaten or not, it's the perishable creating more that'll eventually perish itself. It's all some vanity, perhaps, in its passing, but in its time, at some time, a sort of consent, rated energy and effort. Created with the intention to be destroyed. But baking bread, there was something a little different. Her baking became a dance. Every movement relied on the pushback felt on each part of her finger and palm. She palpated for a semblance of hesitation, cueing her to push back, scoop, scrape, remount, and cover with a tea cloth to wait for the next song. It all somehow becomes a romance fraught with the tenuous excitement of an early crush, felt with the trappings that can swing one into the throes of what resembles some adolescence romance. Elise had been baking all morning. Lately, it seemed as if something had awakened her before the sun had risen and coaxed her into the kitchen. She'd spend the first few hours nearly in a trance, barely measuring with any exactness typical to the craft, rather portioning and moving, mixing, waiting, just residing within her own rhythm, not watching a clock, releasing herself to the rhythm of it all. And them, that was it. It was never much that she had thought about. I mean, it was only bread after all. What could be such a big deal about baking bread? A lot of expletives find that they have a talent or skill, that even a hobby that they enjoy doing that is so meditative that they just go into the zone. So maybe that was it. That's all this was. People used to always rave about her mama's and her grandmama's cooking. And the family knew that it wasn't Elise's grandmother's baking that kept a roof over their heads for years when times got very tough, and for many years For their family, that's exactly what it was. Tough. Tougher to tougher. And yet somehow it was Grandma Irene whom Eileen knew, that she always knew she could count on. Sitting with her on Saturday mornings was extra special. She would learn, feel, reach, grow. There was an I love you with every recipe shared. Her mother learned too, but it was different. And Elise treasured what she felt had been a special bond and the luxury of attention that Grandma gave her. She called it slow time. Time that, if she wasn't really paying attention, seemed to just freeze all around them, isolated in sunlight and muted sound. Just their laughter and the faint smells of raw flour, butter and cooking linen that were washed many times over. It all seemed magical. The way that the sunlight would pour in through those milky-colored glass bowls had since what seemed like forever, or how everything had been aligned just so in her kitchen. From the pleated tucks in her crisply ironed apron to the two slightly askew long hairpins that fixed her kerchief over her head. Grandma never wore her hair out in the kitchen. The tiniest triple-folded handkerchief that was stashed in her wide-banded gold watch, and how her neatly trimmed nails arrived just at the tip of her solidly square fingertips, which she made somehow look elegant. They were sturdy. Her appearance alone was a symphony, and her presence was aspirational. She was beautiful, yet strong enough to be one of those women she'd seen in the local fashion shows, taking a long promenade-style walk down a wide runway to show off an Easter hat in the church's fashion show in the banquet room. No one could hold a candle to her on Sunday mornings. Her caramel cheeks, powdered in silken rouge, made her face glow like the ladies on the fan she held in gloved hands, strong enough to ensure that no one would want to meet the 5-pound blackjack in her patent leather clutch, or the matching knife wrapped in a napkin and tucked into the opposite side of her billfold. Elise felt an indescribable pride and comfort in knowing that Grandma Irene was so close in her ancestry, like rubbing your hand against something lucky that you keep in your closest pocket. She loved that she was always close enough to smell her perfume and the scent of laundry starch on her apron and uniform that she wore even in the house. Her specialty of elegance was her inheritance. Yet in all of these years, as she was now a woman herself, she continued to wonder, so when exactly does this kick in? She'd think, looking at herself deeply, directly into her own eyes in the mirror. It wasn't like Elise didn't think well of herself or that she was powerless. It was just that she never quite felt like she fit. Loved, yes. Capable, highly. Creative, absolutely. But fit? Well, that was something altogether different. At this point in her life, fitting in or anything about it or liking it was something that she stopped trying to do. But stopping trying is not stopping the desire. It's not stopping a longing to be included, considered, even just for something more. And it's not like she wasn't grateful for what she'd had, but something new was calling her. And finally, it was time to answer. It's just flour, water, and fire. Yet across the globe, bread is far more than food. It's a universal language of the soul. Christianity, the Eucharist, stands as the bread of life, physical bridge to the divine. In Judaism, the braided challah honors the sanctity of the Sabbath, while the unleavened matzah serves as the noble reminder of freedom. Most traditions, bread is viewed as barakah, a sacred blessing of sustenance. From the altars of ancient rites to the modern dinner table, to break bread is to offer peace and shared humanity. It is a staff of life, the simple grain that connects the earthly to the eternal. Chica Chapman with the Love Genus Podcast, Please follow us on social media, on Instagram, and on our website at www.shikasonline.com, where you can get up-to-date information on upcoming episodes or how you can be a guest. Thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next one.